Hi everybody, I have done a get ready with me using Australis products today, and as you can tell by the title of the video, I've also had a little bit of a chit chat as I've gone. I hope I haven't bored you stupid. It's the first one I've done where I've actually talked as I've been doing the makeup. I've actually tried a few different techniques as far as applying my makeup goes today, so as the video goes you will hear the different things that I've done as I've explained them. I hope it was of interest to you. It'd be lovely to think that if there's anybody else out there who has learnt something from this, please let me know. Giving me a thumbs up would be really good because it gives me a good indication as to whether I'm headed in the right direction, whether anybody has learnt anything from it, because for me it's all about learning. I am constantly researching and practicing and trialing different things before I actually have a go at putting them together and doing a video, and I know I have a very, very long way to go, but everybody has to start somewhere, and this is where I've started at the ripe old age of 49. So if you would like to see how I got this face, then please keep watching. Okay, I'm going to be starting off with my primer, which is by She. It is a beautiful primer. It comes out in almost a mousse consistency. It's very, very soft. So I put a bit on the back of my hand, onto the face. I probably use a little bit much, but it's like smearing a really nice, yummy chocolate mousse on your face, so I kind of don't mind, to be honest. Next is my Australis Stay Put Foundation. This has SPF 15 in it, and I'm going to be using my Real Techniques stippling brush with this. Now again, this is going to be one of those new techniques that I mentioned. So a little bit on the back of the hand. The shade's not perfect for me, but it will certainly do for now. Okay, I'm only taking a little bit onto part of the brush, not the whole thing, and starting on the nose. So I'm going to try building it up. Now, I'm not actually buffing it in yet. I actually want to have a look and see how much I've got on my skin and how much more I want to apply. So I'm just going to add a little bit more and then I'll do the buffing. Buffing is obviously to, well, as it implies, to buff it into your skin. For me personally, I think it has its benefits and its drawbacks. Benefits are that it does give you the lovely soft finish. Drawbacks can be, depending on where you're buffing, what you're buffing the foundation into. So if I'm buffing the foundation in and I'm around here, this could very well end up buffing the foundation into the lines that I already have here. So I tend to try and be a little bit careful, and I've got to remember, because I do have the peach fuzz on the face, to go downward strokes once I've actually got it where I'm happy with the coverage. I don't want to put too much on, but I want to put enough on that it just gives me a nice finish. I am steering clear of round here. Next I'm going to go with the concealer. This is the Essence, and I believe it is the Stay All Day concealer. It's supposedly 16 hours long lasting. Now normally I actually use a heavier stick concealer in my nose and my chin, but I'm actually going to try this today instead. And another technique I'm going to try that you'll see under my eyes. So a little dot on the chin, there, there. When I do here, I'm only going to there. I'm not going towards the outside of my eye at all, and I'm not applying a lot. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm actually going to let that sit just for a minute or two. Well, not a minute or two, but you know what I mean. In the meantime, I'm actually going to prime my eyelids. I do find I have to put a reasonable amount of this on because my eyelids are quite crepey. So I tend to put a reasonable amount on. And that is the string fingers. This is my brush of choice for actually blending in my concealer at the moment. I'm experimenting with different brushes, and this was originally my foundation brush. This is by the same brand as my primer. It is by She. So I'm just going to very gently blend that in. I'm not going right to the outside of my eye. Just a bit of a gentle patting motion there. And all I'm going to do with here is just use my fingers and just a bit of a rolling motion. And then what I am going to do is I'm going to take my finishing powder, and I'm just going to take a very small brush, and I'm just going to take the tiniest amount and just set that concealer under my eye. And again, I'm steering clear of there as much as I can. When I'm doing the makeup, I tend to find that I will break out in a little bit of a light sweat here, and I thought today I just want to be comfortable to be able to do the makeup. Plus I don't generally chat when I'm doing the makeup. This is for the benefit of a friend of mine. She knows who she is, Game Face Gorgeous. So I'm having a go at seeing how, and this is obviously going to be way longer than hers, but I just want to try one of these and see how it goes. So for my eyes, this is what I'm using. This is the Pretty Pastels palette. So this is the little palette here. And I'm actually going to use that one there to start with. And I will use the little mirror here. Now I have had a practice at this, so I'm hoping I don't end up making myself look like a complete dork. We shall see. Now I am actually going to have an attempt at doing a little bit of a smoky eye today, and again I've practiced it, but no guarantees it's going to work. This is the little brush that I'm going to be using. This is another one by She, and it's flat on the side, but it's tapered, and it's a really nice little dome-shaped brush. It's very small. For that one, I'm going to be doing that colour there. And I found if I actually give myself a bit of a guideline to start with, I have more success. Okay, I have to put this down for this. Penny's probably going to be cracking up laughing by now if she's watching this. This is the only way that I can actually get the line that I need, because my beloved eyes are actually doing the whole collapsing in the corner type deal, you know. Same on this side, I just give myself a bit of a guideline. And I don't seem to have to pull it out as much on this side as I do on my right eye. And then all I do is just fill in that little bit there. Not too much, because I do want it to be reasonably soft. I don't want it to be too over the top. I don't know whether you can see that, but it does have fallout. Okay, then I'm going to take the lightest one, which is that one there, to do my brow bone. I think it's okay if I'm highlighting my brow bone a little bit, you know, as long as I'm not going overboard and trying to turn myself into Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. That's pretty good, you know. Nice big fluffy brush. Blend, 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 blend. Hope for the best, which is usually what I do. I'm going to take my angled bristle brush, try again, angled bristle brush. This is my Napoleon Purtis. This is a gel and it's in the colour China Doll. And I'm just going to do here. Small brush. And I'm just going to dip it into the dark one, and I'm going to bring it in under my eye. Not all the way in. Curl my eyelashes. Now I'm going to curl my eyelashes. This is another technique that I'm trying. This is the Australis Volupulash. Notice I'm actually going to start on the bottom eyelashes, and I'll explain when I've done it. Okay, so the reason I do the bottom eyelashes first is because by doing the bottom ones first, when it comes to me doing the top ones, I'm not getting the mascara on my eyelid. You know, when you do your top ones first and then you're looking to do your bottom ones, and as you're looking down, your top eyelashes are hitting the top of your eyebrow or wherever it hits on your eyelid, and that does actually transfer your mascara onto your eyelid. So you can either do your top eyelashes first and wait till it dries and then do the bottom ones, or you can do the bottom ones first, don't have to worry about it drying, and then do the top ones. Voila! Okay, I'm now going to do my blush. I'm going to do a little bit of contouring. I'm going to use that one there. I am going to use a small brush because I found for me it works better. So that's about the size of the brush I'm going to use. Yes, I am going to do the fishy face. That's all I do. feather it up a little bit. I do a little bit down my jaw, which is all going to get blended in, and this side. Might look like a lot to start with, but it does make a difference. Then I'm going to take my little essence brush and I'm going to use the blush. I'm not going to, it's actually quite reasonably pigmented, this blush, so I'm not going to go overboard. It's just going to be, it's a nice soft, reasonably soft pink, so I'm not going to go overboard with that. It's falling apart, but that's what I use to actually buff this in, make sure that it's well buffed in so I don't look like a prize wally. I'm going to do my eyebrows. This is one of the other things that is not by Australis. This is actually W7, which is a UK brand. It's also known as War Paint. Very good. So the first thing I do is to actually brush my eyebrows up just a little bit. This is just one method I'm trying that's a little bit different to what I normally do, so if the eyebrows look really wacky, oh well. I have sharpened the brush, and then I've actually loaded onto my hand a little bit first, just to take that pointy edge off. So for me, I just run very gently along there and up. I actually basically follow the outline of my eyebrow, just very, very gently. A little bit of feathering, same on this side, very gently follow it up and along, same there, up and along. I'm finding too, if I raise my eyebrows, I can actually see how even they are. And then all I do is go in and brush it in again. I am going to add a little bit of the finishing powder. Probably should have done that before I did the blush, but that's okay. This finishing powder is amazing, by the way. And it's going to go, yo, it's going to go everywhere because I've got the fan on. Awesome. It is so finely milled, I don't think I've ever owned. And I just do pretty much everywhere. And last but not least, my lips. I'm actually using the Colour Inject Mineral Lipstick in Jive. I have quite uneven shaped lips anyway, which doesn't help. And then over the top of that, I am going to use, and this is a really sweet little, this is my little Australis, that thing there, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it is in Tall Poppy. It's like a lip gloss, and I'm just going to apply a little bit there. And a little bit